Well, hello. Welcome back to my channel. It's Kat here. How are you all? Well, this is part 3 of my Halloween series. I have created a playlist and I will also link, if you look down in the description down below, you'll see that I've linked a link to the playlist. So in part 3, I had been making these pockets out of book pages. And when I finished filming, I had been going through, tidying up a little bit, and I was going through my signatures and I was just sort of placing the pockets into the pages just to sort of see how, you know, they were all going to fit and if I had enough. And I decided I really needed more pockets facing this way to tuck in my tag that way. So I, just to refresh your memory, I'd made pockets this way so I could tuck my tag in and they would go on the left hand side of the page. So when I finished filming and tidied up, I went on and made a few more. So this is what I came up with. Now the ones that I had used yesterday, I'd made some fabric ones, but I'd made these ones and I'd used this old book that I had that had this German font. So this time I wanted to do something a little bit different. So this one has got music paper, and this music paper is from a very old book and it's in one of my haul videos. And I got given this book and there were all these lovely photos in there, but these photos are probably around about 1940s, 1950s. But look at this. This book is from 1889. So I got some of the music pages out of here and it's got that lovely calligraphy writing on there. So that's what I used. If you look there, you can see I used the music paper and I stitched around the edges and I distressed and I did a little bit of collage. But what I wanted to do was, because there's quite a few of these little tags in here, so I wanted to have it so that I could put my big tag there, but then I wanted to tuck in a smaller tag in the front like that. So these tickets are from Angela's kit. So that's what I came up with. That's pretty sure that's from Angela's kit as well. And then I used a little bit of the fabric that I've got just to use this little bit of netting. But my order from Tim Holtz arrived this morning and I did not think I would get it. So I was really pleased about that. So I've got some things here. I ordered these from Simon Says Stamp and these come from America, but in all honesty I have found quite a few suppliers now, you know, just a learning curve, I guess, just getting used to things, but I found a few suppliers that are a bit more local than America, so I probably will be ordering from Australia from now on, only because it gets here quicker and I don't have to pay so much in shipping. But the remnant rubs, I love them. I'm a real fan of them. So I used some on this. This was another one that I made. So the same idea, I'll put a ticket there that you can just tuck a tag behind. And this one here, I did some more of the remnant rubs there and another of the tickets. This one here, this is probably my favorite one actually, and remnant rubs, but I used the little moth there in the corner and I thought that turned out really nice. And this one here. So I've got a few more pockets. I might try and see if I can do another style of pocket just so that there is a little bit of difference in here. So today I thought I would start working on the signatures. So this is the first signature. Now I've done a little bit of pre-work, so hopefully we will get through this fairly quickly. So my ideas for this, I got an envelope and I just sort of roughly cut it down to size, and I just got a circle punch, and I just made a little, you know, just a little spot in there so you can pull your tag in and out. So I'll just get some distress ink, and I will just distress these edges. So what I've done is I've got two journals going, and I have done a lot of pre-work, which I've never worked this way before, but I'm actually finding it really good. I mean, maybe that's how other people do it. I don't know, but I've done a lot of pre-work, and I've kind of tucked things into pages, so as I turn my page over, I can see what, you know, what's next, what my ideas were. Because when I make journals, sometimes I have so many ideas running through my head, and I've got so many plans and ambitions, and I never end up doing them all because I just get so bogged down in everything, and I forget, oh yeah, that's right, that's what I wanted to do that. So I was going to put this down here like so, and I've got a little bit of the doily, which I took out. I did originally have it in as one of the pages, but I just decided I didn't like it. So I'm going to glue that down. But I'm thinking I might put a little bit of this black lace. There's lace going everywhere in this journal. I just love it though. I was thinking I might layer some of that lace there like that, and then just let's have a look. If I do it like that, and just perhaps just have that showing like that. So yeah, I think I'll get my scissors and I'll snip that little bit of lace off. Okay. All right, so how is everybody today? It's Monday here in Australia, so you might, I think you're a few hours behind us. I had a very, very busy day at work today, so it's nice to just spend a little bit of time in here, relaxing and winding down. I've been really enjoying making these journals. It just seems to have been really flowing. I think that's the right way. Really flowing. The creativity has been flowing very well on this little series. I think I'm getting back into the zone. Yeah, so I'm quite liking that. I'm just wondering, because I don't want, because it's paper, I don't want it dangling down too much because it's only going to get torn and scrappy. If it was fabric, that would be a different story, but because it's just paper doily, it's just going to end up just tearing and not looking very nice. So okay, let's try that again. I think if I put that like that, and then let's just come down. Yeah, that's better. Now I'll just glue this because I don't want the tag to get caught in that as it comes in and out when you're pulling it upside down. Pulling it, I'm saying upside down because I'm looking at the page upside down. Yeah. So, all right, so that's that. Yeah, I like that. Okay, so I've got a little bit of fabric here which I thought would be good just to put on the edge there like that. So I think we can pop that down. My glue's a little bit getting a bit thicker and it's clogging up. So let me get my little needle. my pin. Okay. That's better. Okay, so I'll run a little bit of glue across there, a little bead of glue across there. I might just try and catch that little bit of doily there. Okay. I have to try and work out, here we go. And run that across there like so. So it's going to be interesting. I think I'll just sort of place it there like that. Right, so this little bit of fabric, I'm just going to run this down the side just to give a little bit of interest, and that's from the cover, just a little bit of scrap from the front there. Okay. Yeah, so Mike has finished his run of night shift, so he's very tired because he finished at 6 o'clock this morning. So he started work at 6 o'clock last night and he finished at 6 this morning. But he had a few hours sleep, but he didn't want to sleep for too much because then he can't sleep tonight. So he got up and he went and got a haircut, and he stayed awake. And then we watched House of Dragon, which we've been really enjoying that series. And then he had to go to bed. And I thought, well, that's good because I can pop in here and I can just film another video. So I've got a little bit of cheesecloth here. So I just spread it out a little bit and just pop that. And that was cheesecloth I had just coloured. I had it for a long time in my stash, so I probably just used distress ink to colour it. So I'll just put some glue down. I was watching one of Angela Kerr's videos the other day and she did a little trick. I took a double take when I saw it. I thought, wow, I've never thought of doing that. She put some glue on the back of her hand and she had some lace crochet die cut, and she just swiped it across the back of her hand to get all the glue on the back of the paper die cut. I thought, oh wow. I've never seen anybody do that before. So I thought, well, that's one way of getting it down. Okay, so I've got one of these tickets. So just thought I would pop the ticket there. So I might use some art glitter glue for this one because it's going on the fabric. Okay. To be honest, when I use paper on fabric, I do tend to use this Helmer's this Helmer's fabric glue, but the glitter glue does work as well. Okay, so actually I missed a point. I was going to use this little piece as a bit of collage. So I'll see if I can just lift up, just carefully, see if I can lift this up and tuck that underneath. It's upside down, but I don't think that really matters, does it? There we go. Okay, there we go. Just get some of it tucked back under again. Just add a bit more glue under there just to secure it all. Okay, and then I've got this little little raven here, and number 31. Okay, now I know where that number 31 came from. It was kicking around on my desk and I popped it away, but here it is here. Found it. Okay. Right, so right, let's see if we can get this down a little bit more. There we go. Because I want to put this number 31 down, but then I want to have the raven kind of perched on it, so I just put that across slightly at another angle, and then okay. There we go. So our raven is standing on our number 31. Right, so we've got that. So we've got a little pocket there. We can stick that there, in there. But what I wanted to also do was just these little tags here. I just thought it would be nice to make a little tuck spot here. Now Angela has uploaded into her, I think it's Buy Me a Coffee or a Ko-fi site. She's given us some extras to go with this, so I just cut out one of these like little labels, which I thought was a good size. So I'll just distress the edge just to get rid of all the little white bits. Okay, that one says strychnine kills zombies dead. Warning, do not use on the living. And okay, just run some glue across there. And if we just stick that there like that. Okay, I'll just pop that away because I might end up using that for something else. It's a bit smaller, that one. And then we can stick our tag in there like that. So that's the cover. We open it up and we've got this. This one here, I might have to add a little extra layer of paper in there because it's sort of buckled a little bit. Unless I run that through the laminator. I might do that actually, run it through the laminator and just try and straighten it out. So I'm going to add my little eyelets and my little tag toppers. I'm going to do that later. I want to get everything in there, and I've got a few ideas on what I want to do for those. So that might be another video. So I've got a punch somewhere that I very carefully have put away. Oh, here it is, up here. Okay, so I want to punch both of these sides of the paper with this punch here. So this punch is a Martha Stewart punch. It's called Floral Vine, and I think I got this off a Craft D-Stash site. I'm not sure if you can get Martha Stewart punches anymore. I don't know. Maybe someone can let me know in the comments, but I thought that some of them might be discontinued, but I could be completely wrong about that. You might be able to still get them. But, you know, you can always look on destash sites. eBay sometimes sells things. That's how I got a lot of my stuff. I would watch YouTube videos and I'd really like something, and then I'd kind of search around until I found it. So I did have a bit of luck on destash sites. I would find what I was looking for and I would post it and ask if anybody had it. If it wasn't on there, I would just ask, and I was quite lucky. Quite a few times people would look in their stash and they would have them and they were willing to part with them, and they were always quite a reasonable price. So the trick with this one is that you do your first punch. You just move that one a little bit out the way, and then you've got these two little floral patterns. So this comes up, so these fold down, and you move your paper along until you line up that flower and that pattern. You line up exactly with that little pattern on the side, and then you press again. So I'll do the same on this side here. Find my flower and I just match it up. So I'm matching up the flower and the leaves till I can see them in the holes, and then you get a perfect little punch. Let's see, there we go, that's better. Okay, so there we have it. So okay, so we've got that. Now we've got that. So this one here is, it's just a page that I've glued a glassine envelope down on, and let me just straighten this up. Inside the glassine envelope I've got this postcard, May 17, Manchester Festival. I don't know, I just liked it. I guess it's because it's black and white. I like the old lady there, and I like the buildings in the background. I thought that looked very Victorian, very, very English, very, very Whitechapelish English. I don't know if that's the right era, but to me it looks that way. So now what I've done on this side, we'll come to that after we finish this little bit. So what I've got in mind here is to run my lace down here. I think actually if we run the lace like that, so we can see it a little bit on the edge there. So we'll just get some of our glue, and this time I might use my Artymaze fabric glue over here. Okay, do I try that trick? Avoid contact with eyes and skin. I don't think I will try, not with this glue anyway. I mentioned in one of my previous videos that the art glitter glue is actually not very good for you, so I don't think I'm really keen on putting that on the back of my hand either. Okay. There's got to be an easier way to glue lace. Because that's the problem too, is that if you take too long, your glue starts to dry and then it doesn't stick. But this Artymaze glue is very strong, so you only need a little bit of it. This glue can actually glue down metal embellishments as well. I was absolutely thrilled to bits. Jen from Dreams Etc. is one of my favorites, and she doesn't do a lot of videos, but when she does, I do try and catch them, although I am behind in watching some of her videos. But she's the one that inspired me to do my Harry Potter journal, which is probably about 4 years old now, that video. And that has done really well. And, but yeah, she was huge inspiration for that. She was the one that, because when I first got into journals, I made my Outlander journal. And I was inspired by Sea Lemon to do that one. And then when I was looking through, now what I'm doing here while I'm talking is that I'm just taking this journal card here and I just want to glue this down here and make a little tuck. So, as I say, when I glue fabric on paper on fabric, I do like to use this Helmar's glue, just so I know it sticks down. So I want to glue here. Yeah, so I was saying that I had made my Outlander journal, which I was inspired by Sea Lemon. And then I guess just the way the algorithm worked, because we are big Harry Potter fans, her Harry Potter journal came up. So then I wanted to, well, I think it was, it wasn't a Harry Potter, it was the Ridley, just make sure I've got doing this right. Yeah, I think it was Jack, I can't think of the name at the moment, but anyway, it was one of those journals. Might just pull that down a little bit. And then the way the algorithm worked, the next thing I knew, that Jen's Harry Potter video came up into my feed, and that was it. Oh my goodness. When I saw that, I was blown away. I was like, I have to make one of those. And that's what got me into starting with my junk journal crafting. Okay, so, all right, I'm going to stick, oh, that's a bit too much the same, isn't it? So, I might stick that one in there. So we're just going to need a smaller tag topper there. Okay, so that's how that works. What I might do is turn that around there like that, so you can see as you open it, you can see that. And that one there, you could put photos or you could put little cutouts, depending on what you want to use the journal for. I mean, I personally, the one I'm making for myself, as I say, I'm into true crime, that sort of thing, podcasts, paranormal. So I will probably, you know, if I'm following a story, I will probably just, you know, maybe get some clippings and use these pages to collect that. If I wanted to write something, I would just get some plain paper and I would just make a little journaling spot, and I would either, you know, make it as a flip, or I would glue it down and I would just journal over it. The other thing I've seen people do is you can get gesso and just wipe gesso over, and then you can write on the gesso. So I thought that was a little bit of fun, that little bit of interactiveness there. So this one here, I want to just stick that there, but it falls out. So trying to think how I could, I can't put a paper clip there, but I would like to try and, I don't know what to do there, because I like the idea of that. I just want to have it so you can pull it out and you've got these 2 pages for journaling space. But I liked the idea of that being tucked in there, but it falls out. It's not enough in there. So I wonder if I could, I did try this on the other journal, but I glued it too much, and then I couldn't fit my journal card in. So I'll try again. I might just only come in a little bit on the edges, and then I'll come up here. Let's try that and see if that works. All right, while that's drying, my just take this paper out, and I might get a little bit of the stenciling done, and I'll glue down this washi because this washi is lifting. I don't know if it's just not, it's not super sticky, and but also I don't know, maybe because I've got the ink on the pages. These ones I may have already glued down. Okay, so I have got some stencils here. This one here is by Finnebar. And then I've got this one, Tapestry, this one is called. If I can find the actual name of this one. So I ordered these after I did the teddy bear. Oh, there it is. It's called Gothic. And that one's Tapestry. So that one is Gothic, in case you're interested. Okay, so alright, so I'll get my vintage photo, and for this job I will use my blending tool. I got these from Craft Online. I got them a couple of years ago, maybe even 3 years ago now, and they were on special and I had seen them being used, so I thought I'll give them a go, and I do like them. All right, let me think how I want to do this. I just like to have a hint of it. Okay, so my camera had stopped recording, so I'll probably edit this right down because I am not used to doing process videos and I don't really feel like I've done much, so I will probably edit quite a bit of what I have already done. So just to recap, I have stenciled on the page here lightly, and I had glued that, and that actually does make that a little bit tighter. It was not going to fit, but I got my ruler and I very carefully just came down and just made it just where it had glued down a little bit too much, and I'd managed to prise it open a little bit more, and now that actually will fit in, and that's quite secure now. So I'll probably end up stamping down the side here. Might try and do that now actually. Let's have a look. I've got these flourishes here, which might be nice. So I don't know how much of my video I'll end up taking out, but I was saying that no matter how much I try, I just can't seem to be organized. I think I might do these two. So that would go with the stenciling. Okay. So let's have a look. I go this way. I don't know what's the right way. So if I show that like that and do that, and then I'll come down and turn it that way. So let's try. The paper's a little bit wrinkly, so I don't know how well this is going to stamp, but we'll give it a go. As Wendy says, we are not aiming for perfection. All right, so we've got my VersaFine here. So I know that's very juicy. Oops. I've got a bit on my thumb. I don't want to stamp my thumbprint. Okay. So move out the way so I don't stamp my palm on that. Okay. About there. As I say, I press down and I hold for about 5 seconds. And then lift up. Beautiful. Okay. So now, okay, take that one away. And I'll just get some more ink on there. So I've done a few videos, guys, but I haven't done a lot of these process type videos, so bear with me. I will get better once I get the hang of it. Okay, yes, very happy with that. Now the problem with that is that it's very wet and dry, very wet and shiny, so I don't want to risk smudging that. So I'm going to pop that aside just to dry, probably overnight. And I'll pack these away because otherwise I'm just going to lose them. So I might just quickly share my Tim Holtz little haul here. Okay, so I do apologise for the glare, but I already showed you the remnants rub, but I am very impressed with the quality of these. I have had no problem. I've used a few of them and they've all come off. I haven't had to rub and then peel back, and then some of it hasn't rubbed off. I've been really impressed with how well they've worked. So I got that one, remnants rub. So I got these stamps here. So these are very fun and whimsical, so I'm not sure if I'll use those in this journal, but we might have a play and see if they suit the style of the journal that I'm making. Okay, and then I got the Tim Holtz paper dolls. Now I'm going to put them aside because I want to have a look at those. I got this stencil here. Again, I don't know if I'll use this. Maybe I will. We'll see. I say things and then I end up using them. So I've already got this one, so this was a double up, but that's okay because I actually really like this. Not sure if I've shown these ones I got. I got this from I went to a couple of local stores here in Perth, the Scrap Book store and then For the Love of Scrap in Joondalup, and they are both dangerous stores. They've got really good stuff, and For the Love of Scrap is my favourite. So this one has got all the sentiments in here. They're all Halloween themed, and it's got these which fit the paper dolls, and they've got the little masks there, and they've got the little clocks and hinges. So I'm going to have to put these aside. I've decided I'm going to make like a Tim Holtz Halloween box, and I'm going to put these aside so I know that these are the 2022 collection. And then I got this stamp set here, so I will definitely use some of these stamps in the journals. But I just wanted to have a look at these paper dolls because I just wanted to figure out why they're Halloween. Maybe it's because they're just black and white typical images that you see when you go into public domain photos. There you go, I'll just show you. I love the dresses, I do. When I was a little girl, my school had its 100 years, it was 100 year or 150 years centenary, I think it was 100 year centenary, and so we learned all about the history of our school. I went to Unley Primary School in Adelaide, and we learned all about the history of the school. And they had a boys section and a girls section. So even though it was a co-ed school, the boys and the girls were separated, and they showed us where there was a line that was in the play area, and that divided. The boys were on this side and the girls were on that side. And then we had a special open day, and we had a big festival at the school, and we all dressed up in clothing that was reminiscent of that era, and it was all this type of clothing. I was really, really happy with what my little outfit was. I wore this little pinafore dress with this lovely little white blouse, something similar to that underneath. I very much looked the part. Oh, doesn't that look spooky? I can imagine her gliding down some stairs on my mind. Yeah, they just look like public domain images that I've got a collection of these myself actually, which I have started cleaning up. It's a project I need to get back into. I do like that. That's a nice little photo. Got a bride. Yeah, so alright, some more there. I was just curious as to what made them Halloween. Oh, there's some little boys holding some pumpkins. Oh, I like that. Okay, so that's my paper dolls. So I think I will be putting some of these in the journal. And I worked out how you can open these cellophane bags and put stuff back in without it sticking. You just fold that little bit down. So then we want everything to go back in this way, and it won't stick. And then you just unfold it, and then you can just fold it back up and reseal it. And there you have it. And then I did get these dies here, which there is a third one which I'm going to purchase down the line, because I didn't think it was necessary, but then I think I saw some makes with it, and then I thought, yeah, that would be handy to have. All right, so back to the journal. Okay, so this one here, let's see how we're going with my ink. Yeah, it's still shiny. I hope it dries. I might get the heat gun to that, because I think if I turn over my page, we're going to come to... Right, so that one I'm going to leave, but I do want to put one of these tabs. Yeah, I think I'll put that one there, because I can't imagine a better fit. Alright, so I'm going to put that there because there's a little bit of a tiny little sort of rip. It's okay because you've got the washi tape down, but I just want to pop this just to cover it over, just reinforce it a little bit more. Okay. And while I'm here, I just glue this washi tape. You know, I see comments about washi tape and people say, oh, it doesn't glue down very well. Washi tape's not meant to glue down. It's washi tape. The original function for it was it's a tape that's been made that you can reposition. So that's why you really do need to add a little bit of extra glue if that's what you want to do. But sometimes it's like, especially like if you're using it for planners, it's actually quite handy to have it so that you can peel it up and move it around. Okay, so now we're getting to this. I was inspired by 49 Dragons. Is that the name of her channel? 49 Dragonfly. She did some free flow videos and she just inspired me. So this is actually some cereal, you know, the plastic insert in cereal boxes, and all I did was I cut it to shape and I stamped some spider webs onto it. I'm not going to try and stitch on that because I just don't think I would be able to, but I will stitch around the edge. And then I was going to make that a pocket, glue that down on the page so that I can put my tag in here. So I'm just going to stitch around. I've got black thread in my machine. So I'll start up here. So I don't know how this is going to go because I don't know if this is going to stitch very effectively on here, but we'll give it a go. Okay, so that actually stitched a lot better than I thought that would. And so what I'm going to do is now attempt to glue it down. I was going to try and see if I could punch a circle in there, but I don't know how it'll go. I might just pop a piece of paper underneath just to see if that can help punch it. But, oh, there we go. That did punch. All right, well, that's a nice little trick. So I'm going to glue that down here. So put that one down there. When you're filming, your mind is running, like you're trying to think about your camera and you're thinking about the time, and you've got so many things running through your mind. Sometimes it's a bit harder to craft when you are filming while you're crafting. Hats off to the ladies that do it and do such a wonderful job. Make it look so easy. Okay. Alright, so we'll put this down here. This is going to be the trick. Where do I place it? Okay. I think that might be a bit too close. I don't want it too close to where we're going to be stitching. Okay. My little girl is right at my feet, as in my dog. And I don't want to move my chair in case I run over her paw. She's such a faithful girl. Okay, so see if my tag will fit in. No, it won't. I'm going to have to make a thinner tag. In theory that worked, but by the time I've run the glue, it's and I've got smaller tags, but I don't think they're going to be, oh, hold on. These tags are thinner. They're slightly thinner, so this tag might work. Oh, oh. Yeah, that's going to work. Okay. Okay, so on here I was just going to put another one of these tags. Yeah. Okay. So with this page here, this is like open out this way. So this is why I've got the lace here. I wanted to run the lace down. So I think I might use the glitter glue for that one. This dries clear, so we don't have to worry about any shiny. So I like to use that Helmer's fabric glue, but in cases like this is where the glitter glue is good, because if I use the Helmer's glue through a sheer lace like this, you would just see all the shine, whereas the glitter glue, when it dries, it you can't see it, it dries clear. I'll just snip and tidy up those edges. That going in like that. Let's see how this is drying. It's definitely going to need a little bit more glue, but where that thread is, I can just get some glue in there and that will grip. So then what I wanted to do was glue that there, sort of to make it a bit of a flip. So I would like to leave my threads running on that one. So if I'm going to do that, I'll just, I won't worry about making it tuck. So I think I'll just come down here and glue. So I target the thread, and then the thread, gluing on the thread should create quite a good bond. Okay. Put that up a little bit more. A bit more in the center there. Alright, so that's that one. Now you will see that little bit of white there. So what I'll do is I'll come in with my stencil and I will just fix that right now. So I'll have to use this blending brush here. Okay, all right, so that's that. And then we've got this page here. So I think I will grab one of my fabric pockets, because these ones here, where it's got that sort of element on it, I think I'll just use that as a background. And which one do I want? Got that one there. I don't mind that. I think that one there. I just want to make sure that my tag, yeah, my tag will be, I'll have to use one of the smaller tags on that one. Yeah, like that. And then I can have a smaller tag like that. So yeah, I like that. I'll stick that one down. So I'm gluing right, so I think I'm coming on to a very long video here. So I think what I'll do is I will call this a video, because as I say, I can't, as much as I would love to, I can't film every bit of it. I would have about 20 videos, and I really want to get this finished. But what I'll do is I'll continue on, and then I'll just show you briefly what I've done. Okay, so I did continue on crafting a little bit off screen, but apart from a couple of little pages, I've pretty much done the first signature. So here we are, page 1 with the acetate butterfly. We did the pocket page there, punched the side of the music sheet, then we put this little piece together with that little journal card there as a tuck spot, and we've got the tag in there. And then this is still a little bit wet. It has smudged a little bit, but I guess it's in keeping with the Halloween-y gothic, style. Managed to get the little journal card to tuck in nicely there. And that flips open there. We've got the vellum page there. That was that fun little pocket that we've got there. The little plastic pocket. So that opens and opens there. Then we've got this piece here that we did. This one is a little bit of vellum with some stamping on it. So that can open out like that as well. Then we've got this little half page here, which center that more like so, and that's got a little pocket there, tag there, and a tag there with the ticket. Open up. Now this one I did, this is a serviette and some lace trim. This will be the center page. So this is a little project that I want to do, which will be another video. And this one here with another little pocket, book page pocket with that tag in there. And this will end up becoming a pocket page, and I've got another idea for this. And that opens out like that, and that opens out like that. I could probably do another tag pocket page here, and it's that one there. It's the other side of the vellum. Now I do have a plan for this page, so that'll be another video. And I just ran a little strip of what would be nice to finish that off, I think, would be some lace, because that's a bit of a raw edge there. So I'll probably come along and like, I'll put some lace there. Okay, I'll use some of my art glitter glue just because it's got a bit of a raw edge there with the fabric. It just feels like it just needs to be finished off a bit. Okay. Now it does make that a little bit smaller, that journal page there, but I think in this case it's worth the sacrifice. Okay, so we've got that now. And that folds back like that. I don't want to keep putting pocket page after pocket page. I think I'll leave some, just leave some of them blank because, you know, you might want to put something down the track. And if you over embellish and get a bit too carried away, then in the future you end up kind of messing up opportunities down the track. So there's that one there, and then I put a pocket on the very last page. So that is signature 1. So I think I'll just leave that to dry a little bit more. There's a little bit of ink on the edge there, but I will fix that. It can be always disguised by a little bit of stenciling. So yeah, thank you so much for joining me. Well done if you hung around to the very end, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you.